Good morning students. Welcome to the class of social science. Today we are going to discuss about history chapter number 1 for class 9. The name of the chapter is the French Revolution. I repeat, the name of the chapter is the French Revolution. The French Revolution. It is said to be the first revolution throughout the whole world, which made all the countries aware about the three main principles, that is liberty, fraternity and equality, where the people of other countries, including France, came aware about their rights, where the king was not being authorized to take all the decisions as per their requirement. They have to think about the citizens of their own kingdom also. As I have divided this chapter into two parts, so in this presentation we are going to discuss about Part 1. The contents of Part 1 are Introduction, King Louis XVI, Society of States, the Battle of Bastille, Subsistence Crisis, I repeat, Subsistence Crisis, the Outbreak of the Revolution, Vocabulary of Part 1. Let me introduce this chapter to you all. This chapter is related to the French Revolution, which was held in France. The French Revolution was the period time of France, where the people overthrew the monarchy and took control of the government. I hope you all remember the meaning of monarchy. Monarchy is a form of government where the king takes all the decisions of its own. He don't see or analyze the likes or the dislikes of the citizens, where the people are forcefully told to obey the rules and regulations of the country. The French Revolution lasted 10 years from 1789 to 1799. It began on July 14, 1789. I repeat this date again as it is very important for you all. It began on July 14, 1789 when revolutionaries, I repeat this word, revolutionaries stormed a prison called Bastille. A prison called the Bastille. In the year 1789, French Revolution started leading to a series of events started by the middle class. About the Bastille, what actually happened and how did the people came into the revolution, what were the reasons behind it, we all are going to discuss further in this presentation. The people had revolted against the cruel reign of monarchy. Reign means all the judgment and the decisions related to it. This revolution had put forth the ideas of liberty, fraternity, as well as equality. Let's begin this chapter in a form of a story. Once upon a time, there was a King Louis who was born at Versailles. I repeat the place, Versailles, on 23rd August 1754. In 1770, he married Marie Antoinette, daughter of Emperor and Empress of Austria. I repeat the name of the queen, Marie Antoinette. A match intended to consolidate an alliance between France and Austria. This marriage was actually being done to increase the power of France, including Austria. What is the meaning of alliance? Alliance means it is a union formed for a mutual benefit, especially between two countries. And what's the meaning of consolidate then? Consolidate means organizing and strengthening a newly captured position so that it can be used against the enemies. So same it happened with France and Austria. They made an alliance to strengthen the power against their enemies. Louis succeeded his grandfather, Louis XV, as a king of France. The French economy struggled under Louis XVI. He was actually not a good king. He used to make expenses, massive expenses. Massive means extravaganza, unnecessary wasting money. And what actually he was doing? He just only wanted to fill his treasuries and do expenses, which led to large debt. On what he was doing the expenses then? He was doing all the expenses for her beautiful queen and also for wasting the money on living a luxurious life. When drought and poor grain harvest led to the rising bread prices, the people began to revolt against the king. The people was not able to bear the debt. How they are able to pay? They are already were very struggling related to the bread prices. Before continuing with the story, let me explain you the people of France. The people of France was divided into 3 states. Number 1 were the clergy. Number 2 were the nobility. And number 3 were the businessmen, merchants, court officials, lawyers, etc., peasants and artisans, small peasants, landless labor, servants, etc. So they all were coming one to another. Now, who were the clergy? The clergy, the body of all people ordained for religious duties, especially in the Christian church. It means clergy were the group of people who usually used to take care of the Christian church. Nobility, the men and women who possessed aristocratic means something very special like celebrities and behaving like a small king. Aristocratic titles like Duke, Comet, Viscount, Baron and Chevalier, which were placed in the second type of state. Now the third state, which were the big businessmen, merchants, court officials like advocates and the district magistrate, the magistrates, etc. Below them, the people who were coming were peasants and artisans. Next were the small peasants, landless laborers and servants. Now let's begin with the Battle of Basel. Battle of Basel, which is said to be the most important event of the French Revolution, which made actually the French Revolution held. It was now before discussing about the Battle of Basel, let me tell you the meaning of Basel. Basel is actually said to be a fortress which was made in 1300s to protect Paris during the 100 Years of Wars. By the late 1700s, the Basel was mostly used as the state prison by King Louis XVI. As I have already told you that King Louis XVI was not a good king. So what he actually did, he used to make the expenses, massive expenses on living a luxurious life. And for living the luxurious life, what he used to do? He used to fill his treasury. And now how he used to fill his treasury? He used to fill his treasury with the taxes paid by the people. Now in that case, the one day when he came to know that his treasury is empty, he implied huge taxes on the people of France, especially the third state, which was actually bearing the taxes, because the second and the first state, it means the clergies and the nobilities, they were not paying any taxes to the nation. Only the third state were paying. Now, as the third state came to know that they have to pay high taxes, they came into worried and tension. Now, what should they do? Including that, King Louis XVI made an order that if any person is not going to pay taxes, he or she is going to be shot dead. Now this made the third class people terrified and frightened from the King Louis XVI. And finally the people thought that they are really going to revolt this situation and tell this kingdom that we are not going to survive in this kind of worse situation which was made by the king. Now on July 14, 1789, the people of France, especially the third state, went and attacked on the Basel. Basel, it came where the people were just looking like a huge storm which is coming all from the four sides and covering the Basel. Now for fighting with this, and at that time only 82 Aeschning Burdens and 32 Swiss missionaries stood between them and the destruction of the sinister prison. The ultimate symbol of the king's power was ruined. Now, veterans, what does our word veterans mean? Veterans means the ex-member of the armed forces. And missionaries? Missionaries actually the people or the professional soldiers which are hired to serve any foreign country. So for France, there were 32 Swiss missionaries who stood against the people who were coming to attack Basel. Now, by mid-morning, suddenly a crowd of over 8,000 men and women gathered outside the Basel. They started revolting against them and said that yes, we want now the judgment from the king. We are not going to follow the rules made by the king for paying taxes, and demanding to surrender, and demanded that we have to become the superior here now. Now negotiations began with the crowd. Now actually at that time it was a terrible summer season. It was truly very, very hot over there, and the 8,000 people were just waiting and for the decision to come. Suddenly the patience broke out. They grew impatient and broke through the undefended inner courtyard and started looting the Basel. Now Basel was actually a place where we can say the king used to put all the amusement which were required during the wartime. Now the people over there who attacked the Basel thought that if there will be no amusement, obviously the king will not be able to attack on them if they are not going to pay taxes. So they started looting the Basel. They took all the weapons from there. Gunfire broke out and the panic of large crowd was only a piece. A piece means over here they were only being controlled by 300 soldiers of French army and 2 cannons. Just imagine the calculation now. 8,000 men and women, and to control those 8,000, the French army was just of only 300 soldiers and 2 cannons. Now let me show you something. What actually the scenario of the Basel. Are you able to see the image on your right hand side? The Basel. This was actually the fort of Basel where the people overcrowded and started looting this prison. Now on the left hand side you are able to see an image which is of a cannon. As I have told you that to control the battle of Basel, to control the people, they had only 2 cannons. Cannons, it has been here. It is said to be in Hindi. In Hindi I cannot say, but I can explain you this cannon. Actually it is a sort of a weapon which has been used with a huge atom ball and used to make the things burst out, explosive things. Okay, this was cannon and the Basel Siege. Now what actually happened over there, as the people started revolutioning, the armies also started doing the gunshots on them. The people still said to the leader of the Basel, Governor Delaunay, to surrender the prison and give them the handover the gunpowder. But he again and again was refusing for the same thing, and finally till the last evening, till the end of the evening, the people conquered the Basel. Now, not only they conquered the Basel, what actually they did, they made all the prisoners free. Among them, there were 4 forgers. Forgers were actually the people who used to make false stories, okay, regarding other people. Now, including 2 lunatics and a young noble. But this much number didn't make the people satisfied. What actually we are doing? Only such small people? They have killed so many of our people in this battle. Now we are not going to make them leave so easily. So what they did? They symbol the king's power was broken. They deterred each and everything, destroyed each and everything, and especially to show the king the power of normal public, what they made, the head of the governor of the Basel, that was Delaunay, and made his cuts off his head and paraded around the streets of Paris with it on a pie, okay, on a stick. They made the head statue and they made it a parade through the all round of roads of Paris to show the king that never make the people dominated like this. Overall, in this whole battle, 83 attacking mobs were dead, 73 were injured, only 1 guard had been killed in this battle. Continuing with this French Revolution, after the Battle of Basle, what actually had happened? the people also came into a great crisis that was known as subsistence crisis. It is an extreme situation where the basic means of livelihood was endangered. The demand for food grains increased as population has increased. In France, from 23 million, it came into 28 million. Obviously, the food production reduced and the demand of the food grains also increased. This led to subsistence crisis, something that occurred really very frequently in France during the old reign. The wages also did not keep pace with the price in the prices. This led the gap between the subsistence crisis because it makes the two things, that is demand was not equal to the supply, and as the supply was higher, the demand was higher, the supply was getting reduced and the production was also getting reduced. Now let's understand the factors which are responsible for subsistence crisis. Here you are able to see a flow chart in which bad harvest had made to the scarcity of grain. Now as the grain decreased, what happened? Rising food prices made it high. Now with the rising food prices, what happened? The poorest can no longer buy the bread to survive. Now with this, as the poor people was no longer to buy the bread, what happened? It made food riots. It means the people started looting for the food for each other, and especially it made affected the weaker bodies. Obviously, if we are not going to eat for 2 to 3 days or more than that, obviously our body also become weak. Now with the weaker bodies, what happened? They made with the problem of epidemics, diseases, severe diseases they caught, and with the food riots, this disease epidemics, what happened? The number of the people started dying. It means number of the deaths increased during this crisis. Now let's understand the main causes of the French Revolution. First one, social inequality. Now students, as I have already discussed with you all, that the people of the France were divided into three parts: the clergy, the nobility and the third state, which was said to be the big businessman, peasants, lawyers, advocates, teachers, professionals, small peasants, landlord laborers and servants. French society in the 18th century was divided into three states, namely the clergy, the nobility and the third states. The first two states, that is the clergy and the nobility, enjoyed certain privileges by birth. Obviously, as it has been said in France that the people who were born in the clergy family or the nobility family, they used to enjoy their hereditary benefits which was being given by the France kingdom. The third state was the businessmen and merchants, etc. They had to bear the taxes. The clergy and the nobility, they were not bearing any sort of tax or paying any sort of taxes to the government. Second cause was the political cause. Long years of fights from other countries and also the massive expenses done by the king made the treasury empty. And France had debt of more than 2 billion livres. To meet this irregular expenses, the kingdom, the king made what actually they did. They made high level of taxes on the third state. For what actually they did? They did only for maintaining the cost of army, the court, running government offices or universities, and the state. Now here what actually happened due to this political cause? The people of the third state were being forced to pay high level of taxes, which made the people totally frustrated and angered for the king. Third reason was economic problems. As I have already told you that during this French Revolution, suddenly the population of France increased. The population of France increased from 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. Food grains were now in great demand and the price of the bread shot up. It means it was a lack of breads, unable to match the demand with the supply or supply with the demand. Wages did not keep for rising prices. All this led to the subsistence crisis. Let's continue with the causes of French Revolution. Next point is strong middle class. A new middle class emerged during this French Revolution, and this class was actually being made up by the educated and wealthy people during the 18th century. They believed that no group in the society should be given privileges by birth. Every human being has the equality and freedom to live as per their requirements. So, the ideas of equality and freedom were put forward by the philosophers of this class. Now, the ideas of these philosophers were usually being discussed in the saloons and the coffee houses and wherever they met to spread among the people. Actually, honestly speaking, these philosophers made the people to get aware about their rights, to make them to understand the meaning of equality and freedom. The last point, that was the immediate cause. On 5th May 1789, Louis XVI called together an assembly of States General to pass proposals for new taxes. Honestly speaking, students, you know what? After the Battle of Basel, King Louis XVI was terrified from the people of France. Now he came aware that if I am not going to have listen to the people of this kingdom, they can do anything, because as they have attacked on Basel, they have conquered it too. So nothing is impossible from this public. So in that case, King Louis XVI decided all to gather and pass proposals related to the new taxes. Third stage protested against this proposal because as per the king it was said that there will be only one vote from one state. Now, as third state was not ready to accept this proposal, they walked out of the assembly. After discussing the causes of French Revolution, let's come and study about the outbreak of revolution. You all know that whatever happened in the Battle of Basel, it made King Louis XVI little bit in worried position. King Louis XVI called up an assembly of States General to pass his proposals related to the increase of taxes on 5th May 1789. I repeat, he called up the assembly on 5th May 1789. The first and second state sent 300 representatives and they were told to sit on chairs against each other. The third state, from the third state, there were about 600 representatives. And you know what? The third state representatives were more educated and prosperous than the first two states. And one more bad thing, that the peasant, artisans and women were not allowed to attend this assembly. Now, voting in the States General, they were having one rule. The rule was that every state has to give only one vote. That the third state asked that no, we are not going to follow this rule, as we want that every individual should give one vote of its own regarding this proposal. But King Louis XVI rejected this orders and said that no, you have to follow whatever I have said to you. You have to follow that every state has to give only one vote. In that condition, the third state denied this and they marched out of the assembly to protest it. Before moving forward, let me show you something. Are you able to see two images? On the left hand side, it was the first court where King Louis XVI called all the three state people, in which the clergies and the nobles were being made to sit on chairs, and the third state were being told to stand behind those chairs in a row. Here the people started saying, no, we are not, the third state especially, that we are not going to give only one vote from our whole state. We want that every individual should be given authority to give one vote of their own towards the tax proposals. But King Louis XVI did not follow that. And again, to protest that, what happened? Third state went out of the court. And now in the second pic, in the second image, here you are having the scenario of a tennis court. It was a tennis court of Versailles where finally the people came out for whatever they required and they formed their own norms of rules and regulations altogether with the help of philosophers and educationist people. Here every person was given right to speak and to say about their requirement, what actually they want from this country. To be continued with the outbreak of revolution, as the people of the third state requested the king to give them the authority for giving one individual vote for the tax proposal, King Louis XVI rejected this proposal. To protest against this, the third state marched out of the assembly. On 20th June, the representatives of the third state assembled in the hall of Versailles. It was the inner tennis court in the ground of Versailles, where they declared themselves as a national assembly and vote to draft a constitution for France that would limit the powers of the monarch. The third state was led by Mirabeau and Abbesius, a priest. While the National Assembly was busy at Versailles drafting a constitution, the rest France was in a great trouble, and this great trouble was actually due to the subsistence crisis. This crisis mostly occurred due to the severe winter, which destroyed the food grains and made the supply mismatch to the demand. As you all know that during this reign also, France was facing the problem of overpopulation, as from 23rd million the population extended to 25 million. Now in that case, obviously the production was getting reduced and the demand of the food grains was getting high. All the bakery shop owners, they were increasing the prices of the food grains to gain profit, which made the people against revolt against this scenario. Here, especially the women got affected. The women who used to stand in a long queue in front of the bakery shop, they all got frustrated and started looting the bakery shop. At the same time, the king ordered the troops to move into the Paris and to stop all the things whatever it was happening. So on 14th July, just because of this, the people, the third state, got frustrated and they attacked the Bastille. Due to the subsistence crisis, overall throughout the whole France, the people from village to village, they were just going for the food riots. Now they were looting the people. Now in that case, what happened? The people, many people, they hired gangs who used to attack on the farmlands and loot the farmlands. Due to this fear, especially the peasants in several districts got attacked with the castle of nobles, looted hoarded grain and burned down documents containing records of manorial dues. Now what do you mean by manorial dues? Manorial dues actually is said to be a sort of agreement where the people used to work on the land of other person, the other third state, second state or the first state people, and they also used to give the taxes. Now the people, only the third state who were making this looted, did what they did. They specially destroyed all the documents that was making the second state getting the fees or the charges by the third state. Large number of nobles fled from their homes. Why so? Because the third state started looting the nobles, and so they specially migrated from this country to other countries. King Louis XVI finally recognized the National Assembly, and finally he has to survive or get controlled over whatever he was doing, and he accepted the Constitution. On 4th August 1789, France passed the law for abolishing the federal system of obligations and taxes. I repeat, on 4th August 1789, France passed the law for abolishing the federal system of obligations and taxes. The members of clergy were also forced to give up their privileges. Tithes were abolished and lands owned by the church were confiscated. Now, what do you mean by tithes? Tithes were actually that percent of taxes which were being made especially by the third state for the clergy and the nobles. So here tithes were abolished. The people were not being forced to pay any taxes toward the clergy and especially for the church people, and also The lands which were being owned by the church people, the clergies especially, they were all being confiscated. It means they were being non-authorized to take care or to control several farmlands or several lands of their own. Let's continue with the vocabulary of French Revolution Part 1. These are some important points that I am going to discuss with you all, which are going to cover up your chapter, especially related to the Part 1 content which we have studied in this presentation. King Louis XIV, King of France from 1643 to 1715. King Louis XVI, King of France from 1774 to 1792. Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette was a queen of Louis XVI, and she was the queen of France too, who was very unpopular within the people. Absolutism, a form of government in which the ruler is unconcentrated. It means the ruler is not taking care about anything. Ancient reign, a political and social system that no longer governs. It means there the king is only taking care of its own wealth and own wish. It is not taking any concern with the public, what they need, what they like, what they dislike. Next word, Basel. As I have already told you, it is a fortress built in the France in the 14th century and used as a prison in the 17th century and 18th centuries. It was destroyed on July 14, 1789, which started the French Revolution. Bourbon, a member of the European royal family that used to rule France. Bourbon is actually said to be the part of the royal family member as King Louis XVI. Now, Purchase. Purchase is the social class between the lower and the upper classes. It means the middle class. Now, as I have told you, that there were the three states. The second state was said to be the nobles. So, usually the nobility people were coming in this purchase. The duke, the comet, the vicomte, the baron, the champion, these all the people were coming in the second class. Next were the citizen, a native or naturalized member of a state. I repeat, a native or naturalized member of a state. Coronacate. Coronacate, actually it is said to be a signed written agreement between two or more parties. As we all know that for forming the National Assembly and the Constitution, and when King Louis XVI finally accepted National Assembly and the Constitution, a contract was being signed between the people of France and King Louis XVI. Let's continue with the vocabulary. Next word is conscription. I repeat the word conscription. It is said to be the compulsory military service. Compulsory military service which was being made to help the king to go against and fight against the people who were creating revolutions. Next word was constitution. Law determining the fundamental principles of a government. Next word, coup d'etat. Coup d'etat, actually it is a sudden and decisive change of government by force. Next, émigré. Émigré, someone who leaves one country to settle down in another. As you all know that during this subsistence crisis, the third state started looting the nobles. Now in that case, the nobility families, they all became so threatened and worried that they started leaving France and moving towards another country to settle down. Next point is States General. Assembly of the States of all France lasted meeting in 1789. Next point is the first state. As I have already discussed with you all, the first state was said to be the clergies. The clergy in France, and they are said to be the heads of the church in Britain. Next were the French Revolution. The revolution in France against the Bourbons. Bourbons, which is said to be the royal family members, which took 10 years to complete. It started in 1789 and ended in 1799. Next word is Georges Jacques Danton. Georges Jacques Danton actually was a French revolutionary leader who stormed the Paris Bastille, who made the people aware about its right, and who also supported the execution of Louis XVI. But he was being collated by Robespierre. When Robespierre came as the reign of terror, as became the superior authority, he didn't like the views of Georges Jacques Danton and he made him guillotine, and he died in 1794. This was all about the part 1 of French Revolution. We will be continuing with the part 2 in our next presentation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all understood what is actually the French Revolution and how it started, and I hope you also enjoyed the story about King Louis XVI and the French Revolution.